first guest tonight is an Emmy and Academy Award nominated and Tony Award-winning actor you know from his work on Broadway and Angels in America, as well as Tick, Tick, Boom, Under the Banner of Heaven, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and the Spider-Man franchise. You can see him next in We Live in Time, which will be in limited theaters this Friday and everywhere on Friday, October 18th. Please welcome back to the show our friend Andrew Garfield, everybody.
Doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good.
You know, I've been lucky enough to see you on Broadway a couple of times, and I'm wondering when you come back to New York City, do you feel that itch?
I do. This is one of the reasons why I love. So I was conceived in New York City.
Okay, great. Let's take it down to the studs.
Let's go down. Yeah. Let's go to the to the glint in my father's eye. Yeah. So I do feel a cosmic connection to the city, pre-verbal, and then the next real connection was theatre, because I'm a theatre creature. I love the theatre. I love the theatre in this city, and I feel no more connected and threaded into the excitement and beauty of this city than when I'm doing a play. So having done 2 plays here now, I do feel like, oh gosh, it's calling again, and it does start to, and I'm like, oh no, please resist the calling, because it's so, you have no life. You're devoted to at the altar of the theatre gods.
It should be noted, you have never taken any of the easy way out plays. Death of a Salesman, Angels in America, and I heard, because again, it's so arduous to do a Broadway show, but you did a year of Angels and you never missed a performance, true?
It's true, it's true. I know, it's wild. Same with Nathan Lane. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Nathan Lane, because Nathan Lane played Roy Cohn in Angels in America as well, and the fact that he didn't miss a performance either, I had to keep up with Nathan.
And Nathan is the kind of guy, I love him very much. He would lord it over you if you missed a day.
Oh, no, yeah. I wouldn't hear the end of it. No, my career would be over. He would make sure of
it. Of course. Were there days where it was close that you almost pulled the ripcord?
Yes, and it might seem, oh gosh, it's so hard, talking about acting, because it's just pretending to be a person. Yeah. But I know, sorry.
Cut that part out.
Sorry, yeah.
My God.
Yeah, we can cut this.
Oh, don't give the game away.
But when you're on stage for 9 hours playing a character, every day, playing a character that is going through the hell that the character I was playing was going through, it was set during the AIDS crisis in New York City. He was HIV positive and on death's door and having all these hallucinations and going mad, 9 hours of that, 5 days a week for a year. Yeah. Because the whole thing with acting is you're trying to convince your body that it's real, so you are living it. It's so hard to talk about, it's so pretentious. But there were definitely days where I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to do this, and there's an audience waiting. And I would speak to a friend who was another very close person to me, an acting teacher of mine who I lean on a lot. And she said, it's time to give it to the theatre gods today. You have to lean back today, and you have to allow yourself to be taken. And actually, those were the best shows, because all of my ego, all of my trying to be a good actor was just out of the way. And I just kind of let go and trusted that it was in my bones and in my blood and in my body, and that I would be used. I think that's the best feeling, is when you feel like you're the open channel, and whatever the theatre spirits or the spirits of story and myth are kind of coming through you and are moving you in places you didn't know you could travel. That's the most beautiful, pure feeling of what it is to be an actor. It feels like you're of service to the story and of service to the audience. And when those moments happen and someone says, how did that happen? You go, I have absolutely no clue. But they are the most miraculous, magical moments.
Are they so miraculous that when you feel cold coming on, you're like, yeah. Here we go, open channel, baby.
No antibiotics, no steroids. I'm going to raw dog this open channel. Yeah, exactly.
You are, for this film, this beautiful film, you returned to work, collaborated with the director. You did a film, one of your first films, Boyer.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that now?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it horrible?
But it is.
The time?
It is. Time does fly.
The nature of time.
But do you feel like you slow the nature of time when you return and collaborate with somebody you worked with?
Yes.
Because I'm sure it does feel like the relationship feels probably familiar and
Yeah.
present as opposed to a thing that happened a million years ago.
Yeah, for sure. And it's beautiful. And as you say, I think I was 23 when I made Boyer with John Crowley. And if you haven't seen Boyer, I would actually recommend it. Like, and that's,
Yeah.
not me just like, you know, being a promotion.
I mean, again, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And like a lot of your films, it's a very challenging, very beautiful film.
Yeah, thank you. And it's taken me 18 years to be able to say that about a film. So I can say it sincerely. But it was so lovely. We've been looking for something to collaborate on again since then, because we had a great success with the film. And then this script came along, and it was about life, it was about death, it was about love, it was about yearning, it was about the joys of life, the sorrows of life, and you can only have as much joy as you have sorrow. And John is such a sensitive filmmaker, and you do kind of, on a film set, you do kind of create a portal into a different kind of dimension if you're doing it right. And it does feel like time does slow down, and because you're entering a kind of sacred, magical space, and particularly with someone like Florence Pugh is in the film. Just Bellissima. She's one of those rare creatures of the screen and will be of the stage, I'm sure, that you go, I want to watch what you do for the rest of my life. I want to watch you perform and tell stories and act. I could watch you read the phone book. But sharing a scene with her, it felt like you're in a tennis match with Roger Federer or Coco Gauff or like, you know, and name it, or you're doing gymnastics with Simone Biles. Like, it was like so pleasurable, so joyful, and it kind of pushes you further. It was like, you know, that Larry Bird, Magic Johnson kind of dynamic.
Right, yeah.
I don't know who's Magic and who's Larry Bird between me and Florence. I'll take Magic, and she can be Larry.
Everybody thinks you're Magic.
Exactly, yeah. And she's very evidently Larry Bird.
Evidently. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was just a very, very beautiful thing that we got to create together.
It's great. I have more questions about the film. We'll be right back with more Andrew after this.